displayed. He has a lot of in place to. If you put him in place. Man, so they just cut off my. Am I online or I'm not? I'm not. They're saying my broadcast is. Broadcast. Okay. All right. I'm on. So we're gonna play Kansas City. On defense, which is a great idea, is putting DeMarcus Walker as an outside linebacker. Which is gives me room to put guidance and run for me tremendously. And not only that Marcus Walker, I believe that can really get after the quarterback, but I really think he's a run stopper as well. So with that, I will transfer DeMarcus Walker to outside linebacker and put guidance in the defensive end slot and let them go at it on Kansas City. One thing I know with Kansas City is they have Alex Smith. Now, Trevor Siemian reminds me a lot of Alex Smith. They have the same type of game. A lot of dink, but no dunk. And once you blitz them, like, because they can sneakily get downfield, but once you in their face.
Take a look at this matchup. I don't know if it's going to be one in the trenches from the quarterbacks out, whatever. It's going to be
for some reason. Al Smith, he chokes a lot to use his athletic ability, just like City. They choke when it comes to that. So that's what I'm going to do with Al Smith. I like this guy. I agree with Block. With him, I'm going to put him in punt return and kick return with Kinsey. I don't believe because of his body type. The guy's fast, he should be out there, kick return and punt return. It makes no sense not to have more ball. For more of Maryland's blocking ability and kick return, Kinsey will definitely shine. Alright, here, what I'm going to do is run the ball. I got Jamal Charles starting, but typically I wouldn't have CJ Anderson starting. But with Jamal Charles, I get him on these sweeps. I will run him on sweeps a lot, and then have CJ Anderson mix down Jamal Charles. Let's go on with Paxton Lynch. Now, Paxton Lynch is more comfortable in the 5 and 7 step backs. He had that last year when he had trouble. As I watched him now, he got a lot better with his footwork with it. But I'm going to start using him in that. But I'm going to first start off with a couple of runs. Let the defense still go that we're more confident in the running game than the passing game, which is not true. I'm just going to run it, make it seem. But now, I'm going to hit him. And I'm going to hit him. Now he's going to blitz that free safety. And I'm going to hurt him. I'm going to hurt him. See that? He's going to blitz that free safety. And I'm going to throw a nice touch pass to Sanders. He's going to be on the hook route come on the out. I throw that right at the top when he's going to come back. So when he looks for the ball, he should be able to target the ball. That's what he gets paid for. And he made a good catch, good play, made it happen under pressure.
And he's not just quick, he's also fast, and he's dependable for a quarterback because a lot of the routes he runs.
But right there is a clear read. That free safety blitz, one-on-one.
The first down carry here for Charles.
I'm going to throw it right there and have some belief that my receiver could create some separation and do their job to catch the ball. So with me, in the way I play my offense, I put a lot of responsibility to the wide receiver to make the play. Because that's what he gets paid for, is to make the play to catch the ball.
Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards.
All I can do is just use the ability of getting him the ball there. Here. Whoa. Good shit. Good shit. Right there, I was going to do a quick pass, but they had it.
For the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback.
See, and that shows right there our offensive line struggles a little bit still.
They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield.
Our offensive line still struggles a little bit.
In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
I'm not really a big fan of Garcia. I really don't think he's not really. I don't think he's a starter.
Now it's Lynch.
Oh, good guy.
And he will go down.
Good guy.
Back at the 38.
How about that? A dime set on defense.
That was good defense. That was good defense.
None of them blitz.
Definitely going to try to use Lynch's legs.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline.
They keep come away with 3 points right here.
Can't find him, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find him, but I know one thing.
And play the next set. The point is to just put you some type of pushing or get your momentum going. But that's why I wanted to click like Marcus Peters, but I don't think I'll be throwing to his side so much. I will, based off the routes that I feel comfortable that my wide receiver can run to create separation. Only certain routes, which I typically normally do anyway when I play. But this game is going to show how you use Paxton Lynch in the red zone.
Now it's the Princeton man. This is Spencer Ware. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. This is the offense we're going to see coming up in this one, and Travis Kelce will be key.
What a tremendous weapon he is, especially in the red zone. Knows how to find the end zone when running his routes.
Second down following the run. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Here's Smith now on 2nd down. To the right side, it's Kelce. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
There are certain words that sometimes we overuse, but there's one that's really welcome on a player's resume, and that's the word breakout. And I thought Travis Kelce was one of the breakout stars of 2016 in the NFL. What a season he had with Kansas City.
Over 1,100 yards. Now, to put that into perspective with everybody else that was catching the football for them, the next closest had 593 for the Chiefs. So, breakout year indeed.
And for me, it's how he did it, because he did it in a variety of ways. Whether he's an inline tight end, a guy who could split out and really become a wide receiver, and then when he caught the ball, he ran like he was a running back.
Come on, Robbie. Ruby.
Fresh set of downs here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And here's a look at the defense for Denver.
Chris Harris Jr. is not a name that rolls off the tongue quickly, but it should. He's one of the best cover corners in the league.
So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to switch DeMarcus Walker to outside to outside linebacker. They say he's a 64, but his attributes should show over the overall that they're saying. But I'm going to put DeMarcus Walker at outside linebacker, and then I put Gottis at right end. And I'm going to put Cricket right behind it, so DeMarcus Walker can stay at that outside linebacker spot. Typically, what I will feel comfortable doing is, after I did that to middle linebacker, I initially would take out Todd Davis and put in Shane Ray in the middle with Marshall, typically, because I do like Shane Ray in that middle too. I believe he can play that middle linebacker spot, which I'm going to do. Put Shane Ray in the middle linebacker spot. So I need him on the field. You know, I need him on the field, because Shane Ray is a terrific player, and I believe that he can play that middle linebacker spot for me as well. So I switched up the defense, and now I'm going to go full throttle
second and 10
on Alex Smith.
They run again with Ware.
There we go.
Just a
that
short
defense.
gain that time as they're able
See,
to get him down. Only a yard in the pickup there, and it'll bring up the third down.
So many times we look
And then we got Gottis right there at that end. And we got Shane Ray in the middle.
Hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run.
So that does put
sometimes they dish them out themselves.
A nickelback added defensively as they look to start this third and 8. Smith now to throw.
There you go.
Across midfield, he's sacked at the 46.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't a
And then, you know, our blitzing capability. Look at that.
No way he was getting away on that one.
Look at that. Who's the three guys? Walker, Von Miller, and Gottis. All three of them right there on Alex Smith. So this is what I would do, guys. Definitely. In this situation, definitely. I think DeMarcus Walker is going to do very well at outside linebacker. He might not get as many sacks. I'm not sure about how many sacks he will get, opposed to Shane Ray playing outside linebacker. But I don't think he'll be too far off, maybe 3 sacks behind. I think that he can also, I think he'll play that run better. And then I would have to take him out on the passing, drop back zone passing. I would have to take him out for that.
If they cannot give up anything big on this drive.
But other than that, that'd be a lethal. That's a lethal combination. Having Shane Ray in the middle and Walker on the outside, and Gottis at that defensive end.
They'll start the drive with Jamal Charles. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. A couple of Chiefs there to bring him down. And a glance now at the Chiefs' defense.
Eric Berry's a textbook definition of ball-hawking safety. You name it, he can do it on the football field.
Eric Berry and that Marcus, they got some good
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
That's the line.
Lynch looking to throw on second. Finding time. And his throw here's incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Let's see if the defense tries any pressure here on 3rd and 8. They'll come out in the pistol. Now it's Lynch. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
Bootlegs out like that, roll them out.
Offensively, they ran the crossing route.
Let the linebackers have the count
So
for
as a former DB,
so you
how
roll
tough
them
is it
out.
to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural
Vaccination
inclination is to
always
chase the
make it
receiver
safe.
and maybe leave your
Down the
zone.
field,
So you
off
have
his
to have
legs,
discipline in order
fourth
to
round. So
talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone
that's
to the
what
next
I
zone.
do.
He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
Typically, I switch him over and have Henderson receive it, but
Throwing here, Lynch on 1st down. Throwing right side, that's complete to Demarius Thomas.
That's going to be
Just a yard
touchdown.
on
He
the
breaks
catch
that.
there. It'll be
That's a
2nd
good
and
tackle
9.
by
Well, the
Peters.
bad news, the Denver Broncos didn't make the playoffs, but the good news for Demarius Thomas, he's over
That's going
1,000
to be a
yards again as a
touchdown. He breaks
receiver.
that.
6th straight year he's done that, but yards per catch and touchdowns down a little bit.
That's going to be a
Any of
touchdown.
that
He
due to the
breaks
change
that
of quarterback?
tackle.
Think about it. For him now, in the last 2 seasons, he's had to get used to 4 different quarterbacks throwing him the football. I think that yards per catch will go back up when he gets some consistency.
Right there, I see that. I got the comebacks on the out, and I got the flat right there. I had an audible for my tight end to come across that middle, because I believe that's going to be open.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd
I
down.
made that read, and I made the hot route for my tight end.
Advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the
Because
pocket, fired
the
over the
thing
middle.
about the
That makes things
linebackers,
tougher
do tend to
defensively,
give
doesn't it?
It
them
really
away
does, because your goal
if
is
they're
to
going
move
to
the
blitz
quarterback
or
off his
play
initial
zone
spot when he gets his
or
drop
run to
back
man.
completed.
And I make that
When
quick
you have
decision
that type of height,
once I see the
he
first
can
steps
stay
on
in
what
there.
their
If he's
first
willing to take the hits
thought
and
is.
just fire over the top, which saves
Whatever
him
their first
time
thought
and
is,
actually
and the way
completes
they
the play a
move,
little
that's
bit
how I'm
quicker
going to know.
than it normally does for a quarterback
If
who
they're
has
going
to
to play
slide and
zone,
find open space to
man,
throw.
or blitz.
Short yardage situation. Here's Charles. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. The gain of 4 that time.
So you can always tell by that player, the first 2 steps
Like old-time football there.
dictates what they're
Not
thinking.
necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward to get the
So
first
here we
down.
go. We're about to get close to the red zone,
1st and 10.
where I'll show you what plays that you should use for passing.
On 1st down, it's Lynch. A dump off for Charles. He'll go down here at the 35-yard
Should
line.
use the pass lanes
5 yards
in the
on
red
the
zone.
pickup, and it'll be
Where you put
2nd
them
down.
in.
And
So
I
you
know
can't
that
just
other
pick any
quarterbacks get it
offensive
done
play in this
different
thing.
ways. All right? You don't have to be
You're going
his
to get in
height
there.
to make a great play.
When the
But what he
defense
does is
clearly
he takes
has
away
advantage
having to
if
make
you
those
throw.
slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see
Come on,
everything.
Derek
And
Bull. You're
sometimes
supposed to
that
hold
saves
that
time
block.
and gets the ball to a receiver
That
quicker.
hole opened up, and I
Gain
said,
on
you
the
know
play,
what, we
and
can
it'll
take
bring
off
up a
running
3rd
on that.
down.
Careful, you know, we still got to still got a lot of work on that
And on
offensive
3rd
line.
and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Lynch. Toward the sideline, did he keep the
Boom.
feet in? Yes, he got them both down,
All
says the
day.
sign judge, and that's good enough for a first down.
All
I don't
day.
care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the
This
pass
mainly
trick
right
and
here,
pregame
this part of the field
But I always
is
remember
real
when we
where
go to practices,
Lynch is really
they see
dangerous.
that after practices
Really
as well.
dangerous
They
at.
really tune it up, don't they?
Lynch fighting.
Oh,
He
get
almost
out of
lost
here.
the football, but it looked like, fortunately,
He's not
the
fumbling
Broncos
that ball
able
like
to
that.
recover.
No. Not like that.
So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though,
he's not fumble that ball like that. On this game, you do that 80% of the time. Any quarterback fumbles the ball on this game. They need to take that out. It's not all, that doesn't happen all the time. But that's where this is where part of Phil Lynch will hurt you. Once he's close up to that 20 or that 20-yard line or that 30, 25-yard line on the point side, he hurts you.
He hurts you. Nice hit, jars the ball free and brings up third down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
On third down, Lynch.
There we go. There we go.
A nice pickup of 14. And
that was an easy assessment. Tight end roll out, go on the inside, and looking at that linebacker. Is he going to come up? Or he's going to play further back in zone to bat or pick off my pass. So I'm looking at that linebacker on what I'm thinking. And that linebacker did exactly what I wanted him to do. So now we're in the red zone.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout.
Now we're in the red zone.
They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Typically what you do with Paxton Lynch is you always get him out on a rollout bootleg. Play action. Play action. Fake the run.
So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go
Always
as we get set
play action
to resume the action.
Fake the run.
Just play after play after
this
play
is
on this
where
long drive
Paxton Lynch can really thrive in this red zone.
They go play action here on first down. Rolling to his left. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
Get in there. Pretty much
it's
good,
a tried and true
good
formula,
defense.
and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football.
These are the type of plays that you want to be able to
That's only going to help your defense.
do with Paxton Lynch. It's that play action,
but incomplete.
roll him out that pocket, give him the opportunity to throw it or pass it.
Lynch here off the bootleg.
There we go. Touchdown. Look at that. Look at that arm. Look at that arm Paxton. You see that? He zipped that thing in there in a small window. Pull out and boom in front of the receiver. The zip. Good play. We're going to watch the replay on that, just to show you what I'm talking about in the red zone. In the red zone. See this? I got it in the red zone. I'm faking it off with the run. These plays are very good and really great for Paxton Lynch. His type of attributes are that. It's those play action bootleg out. See? Now he's blitzed right here. See, right here, he's blitzed and he's running out. So you know if this guy's blitzing, you know someone is not covering the zone out there in that end zone. So what Paxton Lynch did was a good job finding the tight end running across in the end zone. Right there, he can release the ball in front of the receiver before he gets hit by the blitzer. With a great, perfect throw with a lot of zip. Boom, touchdown. Big play. Those are the type of plays that you got to put in there if you want to know the true ability. And I believe with his attributes, those are the type of plays that you have to run in the red zone to get him the opportunity to see the field. If he's going to take it with his legs, or he's built, you got to put him in a place where there's opportunity. You can't be sitting in the shotgun 8-yard, 10-yard line and trying to throw the ball in there, because one, the defense has the advantage. It has the advantage.
After the touchdown,
so you gotta get past the line and play actions, play action bootlegs.
This is taking about 7 yards deep, and they'll put up the stop sign there.
Where he can use either his arm or his leg to get it in. And this is where I feel that with passing length, it's more dangerous. More dangerous. It's more dangerous than Trevor Siemian. I really doubt that Trevor Siemian could really do that. Now, I'm not questioning Trevor Siemian's strength. That's a good play. But I don't think Trevor Siemian, using his legs, I don't think Trevor Siemian in the red zone, trying to run the ball. And if he had the opportunity, I don't think he can really do it. I don't think he can really do it. Like I said, Trevor Siemian reminds me of Alex Smith. They had the same game.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
Ooh, truck.
He's going to find his way forward here for a moment.
It's the same type of game.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line lower
So
than the defensive line.
I don't think that's going to really work so much with Trevor Siemian on the ways how I would use with Paxton Lynch. Now I could put Trevor Siemian in there. But if I put Trevor Siemian in there, his ability is deep. Little dunk. He's not going to dunk on him. He's going to try to he's going to try to cherry pick. That's what he does. He's going to try to cherry pick. And he might dunk. He's there, and he might dunk. It's like, So it's it'd be hard for me to really set the gameplay for Trevor Siemian.
On the ground, this is where
he doesn't really have it. And the only reason, I played this Madden games for years. Ever since my quarterback idol, my childhood hero. When I was a kid, John Elway. Play with him on the game. Same thing with how I use with Lynch. I use with John because he rolls out, he can hurt you with his legs. Roll him out that pocket, he's going to be dangerous. If you sit in that pocket, he's going to hurt you.
And some room to work.
Ooh,
That's a 10-yard pick.
took that time. But let me stop playing with this
The offense lining up 1st and 10.
Stop playing that zone.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little game.
In that red zone, you have to put plays in place. So you can't just throw the ball in there. No one's going to get that ball. Not even Tom Brady. Not even Peyton Manning. You got to.
They'll run now with Ware.
Good tackle.
He will lose yardage and be
And another
back down
thing
to the 24.
with T.J. Ward,
Now 3rd down.
I really hope that they get an extension on him because that'll be a wrong PR move if you don't, because there's not many safeties that you could put in there and still have the same chemistry with the rest of the corners. Oh, he beat Chris. Oh.
Chris Conley, a 24-yard touchdown.
But back to what I was saying,
Get this back within a touchdown.
I'm hoping that they can get something done with T.J. Ward because that would be the wrong PR move if you don't get an extension on him, because when you bring in another safety, you know, he's not going to have that chemistry right away with the quarterback. You know, and then with the linebackers. So that you know, I would just pay the man, give him an extension, because that whole backfield is already covered.
So that drive goes
and then,
8 plays,
you know,
and it
you
winds
just
up
keep
with the
on
Chiefs
grooming,
hitting pay dirt.
you know, your first and your rookies, which those 2-year experience
After the
like
touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
like Simmons and
This fielded at
got
the
the other
2.
dudes.
And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Yeah, I'll keep on grooming him. Because eventually, in their 4th and 5th and 6th year, they probably can be able to step up and play as well as T.J. Ward and Darren Stewart does. You know, so those are good guys.
On first down, it's Lynch being chased out left.
That's right.
And some space here.
That's
and
right.
Avoid the tackle.
See that?
With a slide.
Passed him all day.
And back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. On first and 10, it's Lynch. Flushed out right.
Oh, you gotta catch it. You gotta catch that. You're going to get hit.
All right, different topic here. 2018, the Super Bowl traveling north, far north to Minneapolis. Early predictions for that one. Who you got?
Well, you know, everyone's still waiting in the NFL for a home team to play in its own stadium.
But you see how I'm using
so can the Vikings be that team? I'll start in the NFC, and I'm going to say no.
See? Boom. Oh, come on now. That's unrealistic. It's not going to fetch the ball in form.
Returns. I like Seattle coming out of
They're
the
going to change
NFC.
that.
Well, I'm actually going to take it down as Cowboys NFC title run. I think that they came so close this year, probably most talented going into next year.
I like that one. Well, in the AFC, I'm going to go with a team that if they improve their defense and their quarterback stays healthy, they could be that team, the Oakland Raiders.
Okay.
There you go. Boom. Man on man. Comeback route. I'm going to give my wide receiver an opportunity to make the play. It's up to him to make the play. Boom. As soon as he turn around, ball right there. Boom. Ball right there. So it's up to him to do his job to make the play. So I do, when I play, I do put a lot of responsibility on my wide receivers, because they are the ones who have to catch the ball. Quarterback can't succeed without wide receiver doing his job to catch the ball.
Coming right, this is
Charles. Here's little Charles. See, and I use Charles on the sweep. I really don't. I rarely put him in between the guard or the tackle. I normally put him outside the tackle. Let him use his speed, shoot the ability, and see what that does. Now in between the tackles, I typically put C.J. Anderson in and allow him to do those downhill type runs, which he's really good at.
So they pick up the first down after the run,
and he's really good at those toss plays too, sweep plays too. I feel more comfortable. Oh, here we go. Boom. Touchdown. Man to man. He beat him off the ball. Throw that ball out. Boom. Touchdown. You This is how you use Paxton. This is exactly how you use Paxton. Paxton, I'm telling you, can be the next Aaron Rodgers. He does have that game. When I look at Paxton, he reminds me of a little John Elway and a little bit of Aaron Rodgers. He has that already there. You just have to groom him with those plays. To groom all that out. Make it easy for him to read the field, too.
Here's McManus now to kick it away.
You know?
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to
but the next time I'll be at the red zone,
the Broncos defense
I can show you, you know.
And a touchdown given up the last time they were out there, so maybe you need to refocus a little bit.
Basically, that's what you really only do. That's basically what I only do on a pass play with Paxton Lynch at the red zone. It's like what I showed you earlier. Is that,
See if they can play a little bit.
there we go.
He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a
So,
sack for a
you know,
loss of 6.
with Paxton Lynch in the red zone, if you're going to throw the ball, it has to be play action. It has to be play action football. Only how you can get the wide receiver to have a clean read. I mean, that's only how you be able to have Paxton to have a clean read and also give him the opportunity to use his legs if there's no one open. So, you know,
they come up in an empty
got to set him up with the opportunity.
One tight end.
Can't just have him thrown in there.
Smith now on second down. He's got time in the pocket. Wilson snags it left side.
You can't just have him sitting there at the 2-yard line and shotgun throwing the ball. 2-yard line, it calls for a play action.
Yes, they can line up wide like
You can put a shotgun play in there if you think that the defense is slouches. Yeah, think that defense is slouches. Okay, you might use shotgun, but you got that 2-yard line. Marcus Walker, now I got him. He has 2.5 sacks, and I got him at outside linebacker. So he's doing his thing over there. But I also got Goddess, you see right there, at the defensive end. So that puts a lot of strain on that on the opponent's offensive line.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as he'll kick it away for the second time.
McKenzie
pulled in at the 24.
Ooh.
Blocking there, nearly sprung him as it is.
Nearly sprung him.
It's a 19-yard return. And
He
the
nearly
Broncos
sprung
take
him.
first down and 10. Paxton Lynch now, he gets set and heads back onto the field. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot.
That's right, because I put him in a position
for your team.
for him to succeed.
And they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at
Well,
least another one.
I was going to say,
Tell us his action.
first-half hat trick, doesn't it?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
On second down, here's Lynch. Escaping the pressure right. And taking
Right.
it across midfield.
Big man.
Inside
First
the
down.
45.
So if everybody D'd up, this is how I use Paxton Lynch. Okay. Everybody D'd up. You're going to blitz that dude. You're going to blitz that free safety. Okay.
Instead, he was coated in Teflon.
Paxton Lynch is fast and he's quick enough. Grab that pocket and hurt you with, hurt them with their legs.
Now for the
Hurt
offensive
them
group.
with his legs.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Throwing here, Lynch on first down. Sanders has it over the middle. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call,
You also do with
Paxton, because he might wander into some tough
I'll
coverage.
also do with passing is when I do the read, it is the dink or don't.
Lynch surveying the field, eluding the pressure right, and he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
You know, if I see that little drag and wide receiver got a couple steps on him, boom, I throw it to him, make a play, to make a big play if he could. And then I might hit that defense.
And the Chiefs showing a dime look
with a intermediate play.
On 3rd and 1, it's Lynch.
Oh shit!
Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's
That's the only.
intercepted.
I don't know where Lynch was throwing that to.
Turnover there as his guys will get
That was Lynch that attacked him. But see, but that's what it is. We've got packs. That was just a terrible throw. But that's what you got with Paxton too. Sometimes you want to get a couple throws like that from Paxton, but on the overall, you're going to get a lot of big plays. You're going to win the game, and you're going to score enough. I think Paxton, if used right, in his first year, if he starts this first year, I believe he can put up 21 points again if he's used right, and that can only increase. That can only increase as time goes on. So right now, I'll put my money on Paxton could average 21 points a game. And you may get an interception here, may get an interception there. But on the whole, Paxton's play, ooh, he might be.
Defending NFC champs going into last
On
season,
overall,
they didn't make it. So
Paxton's
all three
play
could return to former glory. I'm going to give you one
will
way off the pace here. You ready?
over exceed the mistake that he made.
Expectations. They can make a real strong push in the West.
They've got the D. You're right. They just need the O. They'll run it now.
And see, I like the option, and that's another. See, look. Oh, no. That was just about to tell him. Oh, no.
And you hope it's not a re-aggravation of that foot injury.
No. Now, I like to use Darren Stewart to cheat up on that line sometimes, because sometimes I like to blitz him. If the running back is if the running back chooses to block, I like to go in there in that quarterback and hit him. 9 out of 10, he's going to pass, and when I blitz him, the offensive line gets overwhelmed. They don't know who to block. Most times, someone's going to see right into that.
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean.
But yeah, I got DeMarcus Walker as outside linebacker, and I got Goddess at defense. At defensive end. But I kind of did cheat a little bit because I didn't totally take away Shane Ray. I placed him in the middle and made him play middle linebacker because I believe, I'm bringing my way back. Because I believe Shane Ray can really play that middle linebacker position. I really believe he can. And be really good at it. Shane Ray, I think he's a special talent.
This is brought in at the 21.
Whoa, Kinsey, baby. Might come out be like some Ty Shill, man.
For the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. And Denver getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
Boom.
I think you are.
Good
I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again.
But I'm going to show you again how to use Paxton Lynch in that red zone again. And like the philosophy is always, is when you put Paxton Lynch in the red zone, which he can be very, extremely dangerous in that red zone, is you get him out. Oh, damn, see, they won't do that. But you get Paxton Lynch and play action bootlegs when you're in the red zone with Paxton. That's where you can utilize his attributes with his legs and have him be able to read the field as well. So you give him 2 opportunities.
So incomplete on second down.
When you do that, you can't just put Paxton Lynch in a shotgun on a 10-yard line and expect him to get that ball in there, because it's not going to happen. Because for one, here we go. We're in the red zone. We're in the 15 now. Because for one, the defense has the advantage. It's short of the field. So here we are in the 15-yard line. This is the red zone. These are the type of plays I like to use with Paxton. One is my famous play. Is this. If I do the shotgun, is this. Because I get 2 reads. I get 2 reads because I got my out route and I got my in route coming with DT. So I got to see, got the in route with DT. I can thread the needle. Depending on the defense. On what they chose was man-to-man and blitz the free safety or blitz the third cornerback, which hurts them because they don't have enough coverage out there in that red zone. But I only chose that shotgun play because I was on the 15-yard line, and in the end zone, that's another 10 more yards. So that's the only reason why I chose shotgun on that. I typically go with play actions because I want to utilize Paxton Lynch's strengths of giving him an easier chance to read coverages down the field off of when he's running his bootleg, and also give him the opportunity for him to feel comfortable if he doesn't see anything, that he can use his legs to run into the end zone if possible. At the time. But that's the second time I show my red zone. My red zone strategy of playing with Paxton.
That's what true leadership shows you.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need to change much personally. Now a play fake here on first down.
Look at that, baby. Again, DeMarcus Walker and Miller. That's crazy. That's crazy.
And yes, that is something Von Miller does very well.
Yeah, but I also had Shane Ray playing middle linebacker as well. So I don't have Shane Ray totally out this game. I do have Shane Ray playing middle linebacker
for the rest of his career. I
So,
love his ability to bend coming around
and that's really good because Shane Ray can play coverage. He's pretty okay with the coverage. He's pretty okay with the coverage. But and you know he can do that after the quarterback, so it's good for me to have him in the middle.
Second down, here's Smith. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
It's good for me to have Shane Ray in that middle. Plus he sounds like he should be in the middle.
It's
Brandon
funny,
Marshall.
throughout the time that we've
Shane
been
Ray,
together,
Brandon
we're
Marshall,
talking running backs about the ability to catch the ball.
You know,
Their eyes
DeMarcus
light up when they talk about
Walker
open field
and the outside linebacker. I really think that he's going to turn out
That's the reason why what we just saw
to do well on that outside linebacker, DeMarcus Walker. I really do. He got a strong feeling. And plus, the little bit of game tape that I did see with him, I think he can get to the quarterback. I agree with Joe Woods. I think he can really get to the quarterback. You know, I think it's a good idea. I really think it's a good idea with Marcus Walker outside linebacker. I really do. But once I did that, I placed Goddess as a full-time starter at that defensive end, that right defensive end, which beefs up the line even more.
Taken from just outside the 30. It's a net of
So it's
40
pretty
there.
hard to run.
And a return of 8.
It's pretty hard to run the ball because you got, for one thing, I got Shane Ray in the middle. And Shane Ray does very well against the run. He's been doing that his whole career. He does very well against the run.
You scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again.
Putting him in the middle, it's like a no brainer on thinking on the at the aspect of
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go around. They go play action here on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Intentional grounding, offense.
Yeah.
So the pressure was coming. Intentional grounding is the call, and that's a 10-yard penalty.
The pressure
Sorry.
Brandon came so fast. Quarterback wasn't able to get outside the pocket to ground the football.
Yeah. That's all right.
On second down, Lynch. Forced out to his left. Catch
There we
here
go.
left side, Thomas. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position.
That's
because
another
you're not
thing
gonna just throw to your
I like
strength. The
playing
right-handed
pass
quarterback
Lynch other than
naturally
Charles Simeon
wants to move
because
to the right side to throw the football.
passing less
Sometimes
mobility.
You got to go left,
You know,
and that's exactly what he
mobility
did on that play.
to extend the play, right? He dropped the ball.
Demarius Thomas,
It wasn't a good throw.
receiver.
It wasn't really a good route.
Timing's crucial in any
But
route thrown.
DT had a chance to catch that
So
ball.
many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback.
Yeah, that was his timing. All that whole timing was just
all those things
off.
going through his head
But
might have caused him
he
to drop
had the
it.
ball. I don't know why he dropped it. He should have caught that ball. You know, should have caught that ball. I'm
And
gonna
now
go
they're
for
going to
it.
go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14.
Now this right here, I'm gonna test their safeties and see what they safeties do. So my whole read is gonna be, what are these safeties gonna do?
They'll indeed go
See,
for it.
that safety gonna do that. I'm gonna go right in the middle, and that's my whole read.
And on 4th and long,
So passing is in a very good situation where he can use his arm. It's a read. Now I'm looking for it's fourth down 14. Okay, 4th down 14. Now I'm not supposed to do that. You know, that's a good play for a 3rd down and 14. But my read is I'm watching the safeties because I'm going to throw it intermediate or I'm throwing it deep. So I got to watch the safeties and see what the safeties do.
This is Charles. And he's going to be stopped
To
up
see
at
what the
about the
safeties do.
47-yard
Because I
line.
already know
2
the
yards
routes
on
of my
the pickup
receivers
there.
are going
Second and
either
8.
deep
That's a good play
or
by the guys on the
intermediate
defensive
post.
side of the ball. Held him to
Oh,
a gain of 2.
depending on that
And
play.
changes the playbook a little bit now.
Here, I'm going to do it again.
Plays.
Same read. I'm
Now he's got to probably think about going to
That is
the
going
air
to be the
instead of
same,
maybe staying with the
my
ground.
same read. Flip it.
Second down, 8.
The same read. So right now, boom, I'm watching the safeties. What are the safeties going to do? How the safeties going
Second
to
down,
play?
here's Lynch.
Boom.
And he will find his
See?
man on the outside.
See?
And he gets this inside the 35-yard
See?
line.
Yeah.
They give him 14
That
yards
safety
that
dropped
time and a fresh
Dropped
down.
at the flat.
And now with that
But he wasn't
completion, he's north of
he wasn't no
2
match.
first down.
My tight end. Plus, he played that flat where it was weak, where I felt comfortable. I could throw it right to the tight end and make a play. So that was a read off of that because I was watching what those safeties was doing.
First and 10
I'm
now.
gonna do it again. Right here is deep to flat. We'll read what the safeties do.
First down with Lynch. And he's got his man on
And
the
safety's playing inside. Now I could have threw it deep for Sanders and threw it right, a nice touch pass deep.
transition. He's now north of
receiver.
200 yards here in the first half.
And he probably could have caught that for a touchdown, maybe.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence.
Depending upon how fast the safety could have got over there. But I wasn't going to bid off that after I saw that flat and knowing that there was nothing in front of him on that flat. Right. So I said, I'm going to go with that. And I picked up the first down. So this is one of my favorite plays I like to run.
Now Lynch on first down. Dancing to his left.
Oh, that dude fast.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it's a second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion, or even worse, an interception.
Yeah. All right.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Here's Lynch. Buying time to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle.
All day.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
That's what we do all day.
Not there, not
That's what
there.
we do all
After
day.
about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and
Those
run for it.
linebackers
And
should drop me down.
and
And those throwing lanes where my receivers have to run through, and and I see a little opening that I can just take off and run, get the first down. That's what I'm gonna do. Now we on a 10-yard line. Let's play action. I got Paxton Lynch here. He has legs.
On 1st and 10, it's Lynch. Flush to his right. And he'll just throw this one over and away the security crew.
It's an easy read for him. It's either I can put the ball in there or I can't. Someone's going to force me out the pocket on the play, on that play action. That was just play action. No bootleg.
Got rid of it.
And this is going to be the bootleg. This is going to be the bootleg.
Offense still needing 10
But
yards.
see how on that play action, it gave Paxton Lynch to be able to see the field. It was open. It gave him a chance to run it out the pocket. And that's what this play action can really do.
Now it's Lynch.
Oh, it was good.
Incomplete.
That was the touchdown. That should have been touchdown.
And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Typically, Paxton Lynch makes that throw. But that was my fault because I did tell him to throw that high because
An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal.
run that same play.
Lynch out to
Run
his
that same
left.
play.
He can run for it and he will.
Touchdown.
And he
See?
will score.
See that? See that? This is what you can do with Paxton Lynch and that red zone. You get him on play action, bootlegs, or play action, where you get him running. Let him see the field while he's running to make his reasonable decisions on throwing that ball to the receiver. And if not, he can continue running into the end zone. So it's easy. That's what you do with Paxton Lynch. Don't put him in shotgun or some damn 3-step
And the lead is now 24.
or 5-step drop back and try to throw the ball. Unless you have a clear idea of what the defense is doing on their zone. 9 times out of 10 you don't, because the field is so short it doesn't even matter, because the defense can make a mistake during a technique for zone and still be able to recover it because of the shorter field. So play actions and bootlegs are best red zone attack. With Paxton Lynch, Paxton Lynch is very, very dangerous. Very dangerous in that red zone when it comes to that.
Alex Smith and company heading back out there now. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
To make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together.
Woo! That's what I'm talking about, baby.
Including himself.
That's what I'm saying. And back to that conversation. TJ Ward, y'all better sign him. Y'all better give him an extension. Because if you don't, the defense will take a nice dip. A clear, nice dip. It's going to be like Wall Street. Stop. It's going to drop. Stop for the drop. because you're not going to be able to bring in a strong safety, and he'd be able to have the same chemistry with the rest of the backs to be able to do things, you know, on the up and up stride. So T.J. Ward, I'm hoping that the Broncos will definitely extend his contract, because that's important. That's important to keep that no-fly zone
And I have a feeling those highlights will be pretty
intact.
one-sided, too.
I think you're right, partner. One receiver left, three to the right.
That's just the price you pay.
Second
You
down
know,
to Smith. Out to the right here to Wilson. And he's able to get
that's
this
just the
one
price you
to
pay when you have
the 5-yard line. A good
a
pick
top
up there,
flight
22.
defensive
Looking to
back.
speed things up here, going with some tempo. Smith on first down. Oh, he's going to be wide open, complete. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
Yeah, and you see how we handling Alex Smith.
And the defense
He's not really a factor. And I'm playing man and blitzing him the whole game.
10, Smith. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. A gain of 6 there on first.
I know many people
Then
like to throw
I'm going
the
to put
tight
him
end
in
maybe in a little flexed out position
horrible
because
situation.
He creates mismatches with his size.
If he gets a little closer,
Receivers do the same thing with
put
their quickness, their speed,
in
and
a
their
cover 2 zone blitz, where it's going to really.
Smith throwing again.
Whoa, come on. That's the second time.
Chris
Come
Conley
on.
with his second
Like
to
that swing.
get to the half and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left.
That was my fault. I should, you know, that I should have put that play. I should have put it in the cover 2.
And it's capped off
Blitz.
with a Kansas City
That would have
touchdown.
helped out a lot. Shouldn't have
Now
used it.
after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
That was my
This is
mistake
fielded
there.
a couple yards deep.
Woo,
Nice return
McKenzie.
sets him up pretty
And
good
I'm
here
a
at
big
the
believer in
30-yard
McKenzie.
line.
If they on what they say he is now. If he is that agile
And with this
and
deficit,
fast,
let's be honest, it's time for them to get a
I
stop.
told you I use him on kick return and punt return.
Together and visiting with
Because
coaches.
if he can play punt return, he can damn sure play kick return. I'm not, you know, all that body type.
I have a feeling that speech came out about taking a stand.
I don't believe in all that
in this
garbage.
possession.
Yeah, that's where
He can
this
play
where
that punt
pride
return.
comes out, right?
He can play that kick return.
They go play action here on first down.
Yeah.
Flushed out right. They find
See
some
that?
open field
Passing
here.
left. See that?
27
Hurt.
yards that
Boom.
time. And it's a first
Hurt.
down for the Broncos.
Partner, it's often the man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going
See
downfield.
that?
Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now Lynch on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll
That's
go
my
down.
fault,
They
'cause
got
I
him for
didn't-
a sack.
I didn't watch
Justin
that play
Houston.
properly.
And if Kansas City wants to make a push toward the Super Bowl next
was
year,
my
they
fault.
need Justin Houston healthy for more than 5 games.
was
He
too
had 4
much-
sacks in
I
those
was-
5 games last year,
I
but
was
he's a
looking
big
too
piece.
much of
He's a
reading the
guy
right
who
side
in
of the
past
field
years
of seeing
has
what
gotten
that
as many
safety
as 22
what
sacks in
that
a
safety
season.
was
So
doing
we know the pass rush ability is there. And just
for
think of it this
protection.
way.
And
When
I
we were kids in college
took too
football,
long.
they
See
always
right
said you
here?
can never have enough running backs.
Oh.
In the NFL, you can never have enough pass rushers. Put in with Tom Ali and D Ford, and look out.
I just took too
Well, after
long.
watching
Back.
him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone throwing it, you had to figure they had to bring some type
Third
of pressure
down and
to change
18.
things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot
Third
better
down
for the
18. Now
defensive
this,
guys.
now
They were
this
getting
is
carved up
this
in
is
this
my
one.
play.
To
This
finally
is
knock
going to
him on the
predict
ground and
on
force him
how
to complete.
safety,
That's got to be a
how
sign of
free
relief.
safety or strong safety play during their coverage.
Now Paxton Lynch on 3rd and long.
Oh, he got hit. See that offensive
As
line?
he was throwing it It's
That offensive
incomplete.
line
Putting
should
pressure
give
on the
me.
guy throwing the football is always
Yeah.
good. But when you can couple that with contact,
Let me see that he should have had time to throw that ball, and it looked like coming right up that middle again. Yeah. Oh yeah. That was a good play. That was a hesitated. Oh yeah, that was good. That was good. That had nothing to do with the
that
offensive
leads to
line.
an incompletion as we just saw there.
That was just
That's
a good
winning
defensive
football.
play. That was a really good defensive play.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Yeah, I believe in a quarterback. I believe in the field if we can do that.
They'll indeed go for it with Lynch. Steps away to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Boy, a real head scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover
They
on
triple coverage.
Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head scratcher. 4th and long, this stage of the game.
Well, I mean,
What were they doing?
it would be a big risk. But the reason why I really chose to run that ball, because I'm reading the right side of the field right now. And I know he's going to make the out route. I mean, not the right side. I mean, the left side. So I'm looking at the left side. I know I have Jamal Charles wide open. But I'm looking at Sanders, and I want to give him the ball. But it's triple coverage over there. I know if I stay in this pocket a little longer, I probably could get that ball to DT. And that could have been a first down. Possibility. Depending on how the safety, because the thing about it is with that, is the cornerback's playing high and the safety's playing low with DT. Now I can, Lynch could definitely get that ball in there on that out route. Same route that Emmanuel Sanders is running, and get that ball in there for a toe tap. But that was, when sitting there, I'm looking at the right. I'm looking this. I glanced over at this, and I saw that. But I know I have all this lane to run the ball. So I'm looking at 3 things with this. I'm looking at 3 things. I'm waiting, and I'm looking. Okay, now I glanced over here. I see the low and the high. I say, yeah, I probably could fit that ball in there on the out for the toe tap, but I think I'm going to run it. See, you see I stutter stepped a little bit because I was really looking at DTC, stutter step, but right here I'm taking off on a run because I'm thinking about on a run throwing the ball to Emmanuel Sanders, but there's too much coverage, too much tight coverage. So I said, run instead. And if I can get the first down, I'll get the first down. But this is these type of plays what makes Paxton Lynch so dangerous. And that's why I break it down, because this is what makes Paxton Lynch so dangerous. See that? That makes him very, very dangerous.
I have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the first half, decide if there's a time to be aggressive, now was it, because there's still time to make up for it if things don't go right. Of course, a lot of questions on this one, and look, I want to go for it as much as anyone.
But 4th and long?
Yeah, I don't think I would have there. That one seemed a little bit on the irrational side.
Fans might be a little angry at that one.
Offside. Defense.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. receivers in the game, 4 of them to the left side. From the gun, here's Smith. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Whether they deserve credit or not, the defense is going to take credit for that incompletion because it always feels
so when
good
I'm
when
playing
you slow down
Alex
an
Smith,
offense.
if I really want to shut him down, I'll play this cover 2 with the blitz.
So incomplete
and
on
I'm
first.
blitzing
Let's
my
see what
best,
second down has in store.
my best people, my linebacker.
1 receiver left, 3 to the right. To throw on second down is Smith. Middle of the field, it's Robinson.
Good hit.
Now whistles
Good
come
hit.
in. We're going to get a timeout here by the
Tattooed him.
offense.
He
So that means
tattooed
they're down
him.
to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Smith on first down. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
On the run, it's Ware. And his
Right, guys.
afternoon continues.
Snap,
He's
see
going
that? Can't
nowhere
run for that
again.
middle.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
I
So the
kind of like
offense
this
takes the
defense like
timeout, and they are
that.
back
Shane
out there
Ray in the
ready to
middle.
rock.
DeMarcus Walker, outside
So with 2
linebacker.
ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit.
God is
Spotted
at
at the
the,
left hash, this
peak
from
of the head.
45.
I don't like that.
And this one is right down Broadway. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to our EA halftime report.
So, what I'm going to do is now is, since the game is long, I'm going to simulate the whole third quarter and play the fourth
So
quarter.
let's take a look at some of the highlights.
Well, this
from the
also
first
gives
half.
Kansas City opportunity
Broncos
to catch up if they
lined
can.
Lynch has got the
I
completion
don't know.
here, and he capped off the long drive with the TD, taking the lead up to 10. Third down from inside the 30. Conley's found on the quick pass, and it ends up working for a touchdown. Now trailing by just 3. Broncos with the ball early in the second. Thomas is wide open, able to make the grab. And he caps off the 6-play drive with the score, pushing the lead to 10. Now first and 10, Lynch has got a completion middle of the field. And a quick 3-play drive ends with a score. The Broncos push the lead to 17. Third down from the 10. Lynch is going to duck out to the left, and he scores his 4th rushing TD of the day. Broncos go up by 24. Chiefs at the 34. Conley's got the catch here, and that goes as a 34-yard touchdown. Chiefs down now by 17. They have it at the 44-yard line. Smith finding his mark across the middle of the field, and he'll eventually be brought
That
down,
was
but not
good
before
hit.
getting to the
I'm telling you, them
32-yard line.
safeties, I'm telling you. And they big hitters too, man. They tattoo.
That'll do it for us here at EA Sports Studios. Let's get back out to Brandon and Charles for the call of the second half. Brandon.
Alright. So I'm gonna go into the stats right now. The game is 31-17. Denver's winning. Now at quarterback, when you're looking at the stats, you would think, oh yeah, Alex Smith is the man. You know, he's playing a better game than Paxton Lynch, because statistically. But reality, he's not. You know, Alex Smith with his dink, with his little dink and no dunk, makes his record look perfect. Quarterback rating, completions. You know, got a few big yards from wide receivers making some great big plays, which I didn't like too much. You know, the catch after a run, but you know when you see Lynch's stats and you look at Paxton Lynch's stats, you're like, damn, 61 completions, which is not too bad, but but the thing is, right here with Paxton is 3 touchdowns. He's going to put up them touchdowns. Now, he may give up an interception or 2, but he's going to put them touchdowns up there. You know what I'm saying? Which the quarterback rating that he's going to produce is going to be about that. And this looks about right on how Paxton plays, and this is how, you know, Paxton probably is going to be for his first. Maybe first playing 1 year to 1.5 years as a starter, because all that can do is get better. But this only gets better is when wide receivers don't drop the ball either, and wide receivers creating the proper separation and really catching that ball as well. But this, you know, so with the stats, you can't really grade Paxton Lynch off of the stats. But when you look at the stats, you're like, dang, but Paxton Lynch is killing them out there. Not only that, put him over there in a run, he scrambled for 86 yards. You know, these are the effects when you're playing against Paxton Lynch. Okay, now I'm going to sim third quarter. There we go, to the next quarter. I'm going to send this all to the next quarter. Boom. The defense did a hell of a job. Kept Alex Smith right at where he's at. Okay. All right. All right. Going into the fourth quarter. Passing this one bit. All right. So now we're going to the third quarter. Just want to shorten up the game a little bit.
And the Broncos go to a nickel
totally
set on third down.
Yeah, they've got an extra DB out there.
Damn.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
So a little jumpy there defensively. Ref caught him in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty.
We'll be all right.
So now at 3rd and 12 with an extra defender here in the secondary. A nickel look. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And this is going to be incomplete. Chris Conley, the intended receiver.
Right, baby. Chris Harris, baby. Chris Harris Jr., baby.
Pressure is affecting him today. Normally, he knows exactly when to get rid of the football, but today, because he's been hit a few times, he's getting rid of it a little bit too quickly.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. They're able to locate Kate Wilson. Give him 18 yards on that one. And they're able to move the chains as they convert on 4th and long. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense could
somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
See, Parks and Simmons and Simon, they're going to be good through 2 more years.
Conley's got it over the middle. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right. Now a first down throw, it's Smith. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
After that incompletion, I almost get the sense that he's going to look up at the booth and kind of look at us and say, hey, you guys got any suggestions? It's been that kind of game, hasn't it? They've had him on the run throughout.
Yeah, and I get that you're trying to make a play here, losing 4th quarter, but to throw when you're not set with pressure coming, could have been an interception.
Very much so, and it's been that kind of game for him. They've had him on the run, had him off balance. He's got to find a way to make some big-time throws down the stretch. They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Again, Smith. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
I'm not sure we can spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they run successful.
Gotta try it here. He's back to throw. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he takes this into the end zone.
I'm going to run it. I told the whole defense to come up to watch for the run.
And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer.
When we drop defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
See, I'm an offensive coordinator,
that one a pretty time-consuming
not really a
10-play
defensive
drive.
coordinator.
And it winds
But I
up with
know
the Chiefs hitting pay
great
dirt.
defensive. I know talent when I see it.
Now after the touchdown here,
And I know
Santos
how
to kick this one
to
away.
alternate talent too.
This is fielded at the goal line.
One offensive defense.
Oh, what a move. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion. Put people up there.
Sanders.
Oh!
All the way home for the Broncos score.
There you go.
Emmanuel Sanders,
Right.
68 yards. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is,
Yeah.
is there bad
You want to bump?
going into this one ahead of time?
Put the
And
ball
maybe
in
they're
front.
seeking some revenge, or they just don't like them. But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Ooh.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be a second down. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did. And obviously, they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Throwing is Smith. Now they set up the screen. That's good play.
Good hit.
The first
Good hit.
screen pass, good for 5.
That's what I'm saying, boy. I'm fighting my safeties later wood.
Screen pass.
Tattoo
Looked like
you.
it was coming together. Looked
They
like there was an
tattoo him.
opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And this is when I'm going to bring my homeboy down here and help me out. That's right, Ward.
Smith throwing again. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. It's a pickup of 16 there to lead to a new set of downs. And passing yards-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
Offside. Defense. Still first down.
Throwing again is Smith. And he comes back with one complete. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't
Yeah,
they?
when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. You know, the running back, because he's eager to get the pass. And sometimes he doesn't act very well about what he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And Denver getting set to take the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass.
On offense, but they have to expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. 12 yards on the pickup, and it'll give the Broncos a first down. He's played a great game and continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. Because strategy would tell you, run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
Give him
That's
13
Lynch.
on the
I'm
pickup
telling you.
there.
It hurt him.
First down for the Broncos.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just need to know when the clock is going off in your head. It's
I
time
mean,
to
look
go.
at that.
Tuck it
Don't
and
want to
get on
tee
your
everybody up. Okay. All right. We're going to run that nice, fast, 6'7" big body right down the field.
Fresh set of downs here. Charles the low setback. He'll get the football here. And he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 10 there. And it'll give the Broncos a first down.
When a coaching staff sees their team run the ball this successfully in the fourth quarter, they're really excited because you can plan for a running game if you want and want to press that advantage when you get it.
Going too. It helps my play action too.
Now they've got to keep that going while continue to grind out the clock because it's definitely their favor at this stage of the game. Can they close the game out and continue to do exactly what we just saw?
I get in there.
Run the football.
A couple of shots there to bring him down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart
And then you gotta
football,
count
keep
for
the clock
passing.
grinding, keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up.
Get that ball right in there.
Try and bleed it out.
And he's going to get this
That
down
ball right
to
in
the
there. In
20-yard
tight
line.
windows.
Defensively, they just don't seem
Put
to
it
have
right
much of
through
an
there.
answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side,
right
instead of
there.
running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
On 1st and 10, it's Lynch. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
See right there, great decision making. I did miss a wide open man a little bit, but I did chose to roll out the pocket a little too soon. But you know, but I threw the ball away, preventing a
Again
bad.
on 2nd and 10, it's Lynch. Over the middle,
So I'll make it up.
Thomas.
I'll make it up the next play.
There as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Make it up the next play.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Charles the low setback. To throw is Lynch. They'll roll him out right. Going to throw right side here. Complete. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating defensively. You're a play away from getting that football back here, down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Eluded the pressure.
He wasn't open.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now it's Lynch. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. And let's see, 6 defensive backs out there. They're in the dime here on 3rd and goal. Now it's Lynch. Steps away. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. And McManus able to put it through, and that'll push the lead up to 17. And you figure with that, this game's pretty well out of reach.
It would take a heck of a comeback at this point. Being 3 scores down, I think that's too much to ask with time winding down here in the fourth.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And now here comes Kansas City. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
Defense maybe trying to guess the snap count there, and it costs them 5 yards. Just 1 yard to go here on second down. To throw is Smith. Now they go screen. It's complete.
Oh!
Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play.
That dude
And that's
hard
going to
to
bring
bring
up the
down.
third down.
Time to give him credit here. That was an excellent read by
But
the
it was a
guys on the
great play
defensive side of the ball.
by
Crediting your
Ball
defense.
Miller.
Gotta credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. Ran a screen, and they went to
He
smothered
both
it for a
those
loss
guys.
of yardage.
Good tackle by Robbie to follow up there. On that.
Now the offense facing a 3rd and 6. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And that is incomplete. Albert Wilson, the intended receiver there. And that brings up 4th down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. Fighting him off.
Just ran right through the trash.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
2nd down now after the incompletion.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion. Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. And now Lynch. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he's got a first down as he's
They had my screenplay. They had my screens all D'd up.
So how do you beat man coverage?
If I seen that, I said, okay, I got an NSL on that slot.
Something that guy is covering you.
Man to man with the safety. That's a win situation for me. I had that play.
Comes to the line now, first and 10.
I had this play right here. They D'd up a screen play.
On first down,
Yeah.
it's Lynch. And the tip
But
there
this time they
the
played
ball flag
better
that
defense.
falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
There should have been an
We're not
interception.
playing 3 yards in the cloud dust football anymore. I gotta
They put-
get why those
they
old
put the
school
right
coaches
defense on
sometimes
it.
didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Oh, he did the wrong thing. He did the wrong thing by blitzing. Tribute to no fly zone, baby. That's the tribute to no fly zone, baby. See, that free safety blitz. Anderson beat him on the bump.
And he showcased his
Put the
blazing
ball in
speed
front of
on
him.
that one.
Boom,
Football
touchdown. Look
cleats
at that.
and tracks right
Touchdown.
because he was
That ball in
gone.
front of him.
Big time
Bang.
play, and just think about what that does if
That's
you
it.
have a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to
Nice
get back
touch
deeper and deeper in
pass.
order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Well, a semi power to
McManus
it.
now for the extra point.
It's right in rhythm with his run.
And the lead is now 24. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it ends with a Denver touchdown.
Yeah. There we go for the rookie, baby. Touchdown for the rookie.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And now here comes Kansas City. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before and realize it hasn't worked so well. And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
What I have been doing is I play zone blitz. So I'm able to keep DeMarcus Walker in there
He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
to blitz along with Miller. Blitz.
Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
So going on pass.
Here's Smith now on
play.
second down. They'll try and set up the
They
screen.
get
It's
taken
complete.
advantage easy.
Oh, he's got some breathing room.
That was a
And he
great-
gets this up across the
great
35
play by
before
them
he's
right
out of
there.
bounds.
But I
And at
tend
his
to-
size, he's a smaller
tend to
back.
do
He
that.
can get him the football. He can kind of get
It's,
lost, make someone
blitz.
miss. It's good for him.
Blitz
Yeah,
zone.
it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic
But
a little bit.
sometimes
Getting him out in
he-
the open field into some
Their
space,
offense-
that plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it.
Doesn't know I'm gonna play man-to-man
Make him
blitz
make
or
someone
not.
miss in the open field.
So I kind of add the little zone blitz in here from time to time.
And on the
Keep the
outside,
blitz
they're
going.
playing press coverage. On first down, Smith. He couldn't quite hold
That's
it.
right,
Got hit.
baby.
Ball pops out, incomplete.
Well, two
You know,
deflections,
it's
good
not an easy
tackle.
job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to
See
have
that?
and a pass he should have caught.
So he
Here
didn't
comes the D
know.
swarming to the line.
He didn't know I was playing man-to-man right there. Man, blitz.
Back to the air. Smith on second down.
Oh!
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Like that could have been
Defense.
So the defensive holding penalty here, Charles.
Get outside of 5 yards downfield and you get grabby with an offensive player, the flag will come out every time.
1st and 10. Smith to the right side. It's Kelsey. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
There's completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size,
speed, I mean, flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Again, Smith. And the hit turned loose. It's incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelsey, the intended receiver. It's 3rd and short.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
Von Miller.
He goes down.
Got 2.5 sacks.
Von Miller in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now.
They should have went
forced to kick for the 6th time today.
They don't give the ball to my homeboy back there. He might fuck around and run this thing back.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away.
He might run this thing back.
Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2.
He might run this thing back. Whoa. Oh, good. Damn, Mitchell's fast as shit. Oh.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Here we go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flush to his right. And he's going to lose. And he's going to go out of bounds here back behind the line of scrimmage.
Now, I know it's only a loss of a couple of yards, but when you get near the sidelines, just flip the ball out of bounds, incomplete, and save the yardage. Save the yards, not your stats.
I know.
Lynch looking to throw on 2nd. On the move to his left. Time for a break. Looking left sideline, incomplete. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this.
That's right, wrap up garbage time.
So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. Now Lynch to throw. Thomas, the intended target. And now it's 4th down. The 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind, while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
The Broncos go for it. Lynch being chased out left. Lynch fighting. He lost the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
And the Chiefs now getting set to go. They're down.
And someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. A good pick up there of 20 yards. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Here's Smith. Conley's got it over the middle. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage, look defensively. Now Smith. is caught at the 7. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And now he's closing in on 450 yards passing.
That's an incredible number. I mean, you're talking about the best defenders in the world that you're trying to throw the ball against, and you're creating that type of a number. Fantastic job, fantastic performance. And he's going to have to ice up.
And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Albert Wilson from 3 yards out, and the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. They're going to go for 2. Defense showing blitz. Here's Smith looking to throw. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And Denver getting set to take the field. Here's Charles. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
He was trying to get it off to Jamal Charles there, and it's 3rd down.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play. 3rd and 11, 5 in the secondary now.
Nickel look. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the pro, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a KC touchdown. 3rd down, passing down. They threw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
I didn't see that.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field on an obvious passing
I knew not to throw it over there. Pieces out
and on that play, they completed it just to the
right
wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack.
Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Oh, Lynch going to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 12 yards there as they move the chains. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch. That way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in.
That's insane. Seriously, was dropping the ball.
So 2nd and 10 here. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On 2nd down, Jamal Charles. And he'll take it. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. A couple of Chiefs there to bring him down. That'll be their 2nd, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. And an extra DB here for the Chiefs on 3rd down.
Pass situation.
Now Lynch. Flushed out right. And he's going to be intercepted a third time.
That's me. I'm up with the ball. I'm just throwing it. I'm just being careless with the ball. I'm just
big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the
I typically throw it away. I'm playing tired. Anyway, I showed y'all how to win with Lynch. Forget how I was playing with Lynch for the past 4 minutes. I'll get it tired. It's late. You know, it's late over here. So I'm just really tired. I'm really sleepy. You know. The last couple minutes I wasn't really playing. But like how I was doing is demonstrating in the beginning of the game is how Lynch is very dangerous in the red zone. So, plays that I choose was perfectly for what his skill does. Hoping that y'all enjoy this this game's video. I'm hoping that y'all take heed to what I'm saying here.
The Broncos are winners as we say so long from Denver.
All right. I messed up with passing Lynch towards the end of the game, but still, you know, he put up 5 touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? His stats is not booming at all, but he'll put up in points. You know, Alex Smith, his stats looking all good, but he didn't put up the points. I mean, he did put up the points, but he didn't win the game. You know what I'm saying? And he didn't put more points to the board than passing. So that's the story right there. So thank you. I'm hoping that y'all enjoy the game. Good night.